Dude, Eric, thanks for coming on the podcast today. Appreciate having you.
Yeah, of course.
Appreciate you acknowledging my animals' big balls.
Yeah, I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. I was shocked whenever I took a peek. It was honestly mind blowing, but
Yeah.
I was caught me off guard.
Right on.
Yeah.
So me and Eric and I, we met actually did some video. I helped out with him and his his video business production company, doing some video. So let's jump in. Like, how did you get into video?
I was essentially told to do video. It was I was originally doing photography, and I had some buddies that worked at a creative agency, and they were like, you need to be like a Swiss Army knife. You need to know everything. If you get hired here, you're expected to take on multiple roles. And he was like, so that means you need to do video. So I was like, okay, well, I guess I'll learn video. And for my birthday during COVID, I asked for birthday money so I could buy a video course to teach myself how to do video. And so everything's just self-taught. So everything I've learned up to this point has just been a
Dog's freaking crazy.
What's he doing?
Dude, you gotta get out of here.
Dude, Sherlock, come on. Over here.
You're ruining our podcast.
Over here.
Go put him in the room, will you? Technical difficulties.
Come on.
I hope I really hope this makes the cut.
This is insanity.
We're sorry, folks.
Dude, he's just stiff. Dude, he's not gonna budge. Here, I'll move the mic.
Lock him in the room.
Sure.
Dude. He's about to be 14 years old next month.
It makes so much sense, dude. It makes so much sense. The way he's acting.
He doesn't listen. He does whatever he wants.
The way he's acting is very old dog like. I was like, oh, this guy's probably 3 or 4 years old. No, dude.
No, he's a 14-year-old, and I've had him since he was 2.
Just the way he was breathing just made.
Yeah, he breathes.
Made a lot of sense.
So every night before I go, every night I go lay down in my bed, he comes over to me and just starts breathing in my face, wanting me to
just.
Yep. Seriously, he just comes in. He's like,
Right near your ear.
right in my face. Usually I started sleeping on my left side.
Yeah.
What side do you sleep on? You sleep on left side, back?
I I don't know. I mix it up. I do the number 4 with my legs. So I lay on my back, but usually my right side is my good side.
This is why I think you'd be good at jiu-jitsu, because if you're already doing triangles in your sleep, that's basically what that is. You just make a figure 4 around someone's neck.
Well, dude, I sleep with a pillow between my legs. And so it's I already have the feeling for snapping somebody's neck with my thighs.
That's it.
You
have a gift that you need to unlock.
Probably, dude.
Which you are. I mean, what you played at West Point, right? Or aren't you a decorated war veteran?
I'm not a decorated war veteran. I am a college athlete, though.
No, you were a college athlete.
Yeah.
Now, did you play? What'd you play growing up?
Growing up, I played baseball. That was my big sport. And then I had one bad all-star season because it was I just couldn't hit the ball. I was so scared. I don't know. It was a switch flipped on.
What year was
kids started throwing curveballs and it just threw me through.
Did you ever get pelted?
Yeah. Dude, yeah, all the time. It's because at that age, the kids don't have control. And so you're just, you're going to get hit at some point, But I just quit.
Were you a first base player?
No, I was center field, dude. I had a pretty good arm on me. Back then I could hit the catcher from center field. But then again, this is little league field.
So 250.
I don't want to say, yeah, maybe something about that. But I could launch it if I really got a hold of it.
Did you play growing up?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
I was a catcher till 9th grade, and then I switched schools. And
so you're athletic kid, but were you creative? When did you get your creative spark? You think?
Probably in high school. I remember stealing photos off like the team photographer. Like I'd just like screenshot them on the computer, and then I'd like change the jersey color, and like I'd do all that. So that was like
that's cool.
that was like where I like started
Huh.
my creative thing. But I like never like was like, oh, I want to be this growing up. It was just I just did it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So you did like a
Something
little
for fun.
Photoshop or something?
Kind of. I don't know what the MySpace equivalent was of Photoshop, but it
Right.
was like something built within there. I could,
Okay.
like, change
So
the
not
color.
really like into photography when you're like high school or video or any of that. I mean, obviously you said, so yeah, when'd you hop into like the photography thing?
I think the thing that a lot of people don't do with like their kids in sports is like introduce them to like other things. Cause like if you're in sports, like that's pretty much your entire life. You don't even think about like life outside of it. Cause like that's all you want to do. And so like after football, I really had to like figure out what it was that I wanted to do. And I would make like a few, I would make like a few videos like here and there, just for fun. Like I think one summer went out to one of my teammates' place. It was like a few of us, and I recorded a video of them like getting out of the pool, like in slow motion, and like walking into the house and doing like stupid stuff like that. But then Vine came out. If you guys remember Vine, I had like 35,000 followers on Vine.
No, you didn't.
I did, yeah, dude. Like, okay, this is my claim to fame.
That's insane.
Khloe Kardashian revined one of my vines.
No
Yeah, I
way.
swear to you. Yeah.
Chloe. Chloe.
So you were
For
you're-
a split second, I had the attention of a Kardashian. If you think about it.
It's pretty
wild.
cool.
Did you gain any revenue off of that Vine?
No.
They didn't
But-
pay you or anything?
I like stopped doing Vine like whenever it got like too like perfect, like too scripted, and like you could record something and then upload it. I think that really took like the creativity out of it, and it started to become like this big like corporate thing where big companies would come in and like
Brand
advertise
deals.
and
Yeah.
Oh,
all
yeah.
that. It was that, and like looking back at it, I think Vine was like that first big like influencer deal. Like I don't know the stats, but I know it was like a very fast growing like social media platform, and I think brands just really took advantage of it. And so I think that really started like what you see now.
Yeah, the short
So-
video advertisement.
How do you use social media?
I don't, mainly because I feel like if you're using it's there's good and bad sides, right? Like you got the good to where like you can promote yourself, you can promote the work that you do, you can promote other people. Like it's a very good promotion thing, right? Like social media is all about like building a self brand nowadays. There's so many self brand gurus out there. But on the flip side, there is it's very toxic. You look at it and it's just you're seeing just a glimpse of people's lives. And it's just not real at all. As important as social media is, like I always like to ask people the question, like, would you keep doing what you're doing if social media wasn't around? And it's like, I feel like a lot of people just live to create for other people's attention.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't like playing the algorithm game. I don't like, oh, you have to post at this time. You have to post this amount of content. You have to, do this, do that to get attention. And it's just all about seeking like attention. I feel like that's just not a good way to like really go about things.
Social media is I would say it's like a cruel master. It's always changing. The algorithm's always changing. If you live for that game, it's terrible, right?
It never lasts. It'll never last.
No. Like I like creating to share with people like what I've created, but it's not like, I don't know. It's a weird like mix of like, yeah, you have to promote yourself and show your work or else you're not going to get work. At the same time, it's like, that's really all social media is for, is just promoting yourself.
Yeah.
And it's just a whole marketing tool. I think when it comes to social media, there's like the 3 E's. Like you're either entertaining, you're educating, or and there's another E out there, but I can't remember what it is.
Let's just make one up.
Is it Eric, I guess?
Yeah. It's you, dude. you're the third E. Educating, entertaining.
There's like another E out there. I'm trying to think. Social media is for educating, entertaining, or encouraging.
Encouraging
Encouraging
Okay.
people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
dig
And I think if you want to play the social media game, like you have to be like one of those three, right? So for me, I like following like a lot of people like Reese that are like educating you. Hey, this is what it looks like to be a producer or freelancers. Here's, a quick tip on how to do this. Like I love following those people, and it's just about creating content constantly. And I hate the grind of content creation.
Yeah.
I'd rather spend more time doing things that I really enjoy and spending time with my wife and hanging out with buddies. That's
sure.
more important than
Can you talk about a little bit about the passion project you've been filming?
Yeah.
And kind of how that came to be.
Yeah, there's this guy that bought a print off of me a few years ago, and we've just been like social media friends for the longest time. And right now I'm kind of in this like period of like no work. Like I don't have much work coming in, but I was like, I need to create something and do something for fun. And he popped up, and I was like, man, this would be an awesome story. He's he's black. He's a cyclist. And if you kind of look at the landscape of cycling, those two things don't really mix. But also it's the fact that he like is born and has lived in Oklahoma City his whole life in a city that doesn't really allow for cycling, or it's not cycle friendly.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, why are you like, this guy travels to work via his bike, like every day. Like that's what he does. And like there's like 3 days out of the year that he doesn't ride his bike. And I'm just like, man, that's such a neat story. And it almost kind of carries this theme of like rebellion in a way. And it's like, why do you choose to, your commute's like an hour, rain or shine, you're out here doing this. Like, why do you choose to do it? And I really wanted to like dive into his story a little bit and hear about his passion for cycling, his roots growing up and like what cycling brings to him mentally and just to him as a person. So that's like the passion project I'm currently working on.
Yeah.
So.
How do you approach like a passion project, or how do you approach, as someone that you want to do like a mini documentary on or a video on? Like, what's your kind of like, steps for that?
I think as like people in the creative space, we tend to forget like where we came from a lot. And we started doing this just as a hobby and just doing something for fun, whether it's music or video or photo. And I always try to remind myself like to not like say no to like free work, mainly because free work has like helped advance my career, whether that's helping people out or putting stuff out there. But like there was a time in our lives to where like we would create something just because we felt like doing
just because we wanted, nobody would see it with us or our mom.
Right. And I'd go out to ranches for a weekend just because I really wanted to, and go take photos and be around cowboys and ranchers and stuff. And like it was just because I wanted to, and it was fun. I think we like lose that once we start making money in this thing. It's like it's like losing sight of like just doing stuff for fun. Because at the end of the day, like that sparks our passion. So I think that's what passion projects are made for, is to like kind of get us out of ruts. It's to get us out of like, just doing stuff for money and just doing stuff for the love of, creating. So
And I think they also too, I heard one guy talking about, he was like, if you want to like go out and film the stuff that you want to go out and film for, like, if you want to be a like if you want to film like businesses or talking heads or whatever, business to business stuff or whatever, you got to go out and film that stuff, even if it's for free, because you got to build, that portfolio, or you got to like be in that industry. You have to be in that. So, if somebody wants to be like, you're big in the Western space, right? I don't think you're in the Western space unless you went into the Western space as a passion, right? Passion projects, videos.
Yeah.
It's not something you just stumbled into. It's something that you already were passionate about.
Yeah. Yeah. And you can stumble into anything really, if you have an interest in anything, go do it,
Yeah.
Like for me, it was something I always had an interest in. I grew up, I'd loved like, cowboys and Indians, that whole tale. I loved hearing stories about Billy the Kid, Jesse James, Wyatt Earp, like the old outlaws in the old West, like that whole way of life was so cool to me growing up. But I didn't think about that stuff still goes on today. Just, there's still people on horseback working cattle on big land. And it's like, that stuff is cool to me.
It's a beautiful lifestyle.
And it's until I got the opportunity to explore that world was when I found my passion for it. It's like, man, if there's any interest, like try to explore that interest.
So how did you jump into the video, being a video creator?
It was, to kind of go back to that story, there were two guys that worked at a creative agency here in Oklahoma that I knew, and I was talking to them, and they're like, you need to be well-rounded as a creative. You need to kind of be like the Swiss Army knife. And especially if you want to get in this industry, you just need to know a bunch of things. And I'm like, gosh, okay, I guess I'll start learning video. And slowly but surely, like I just got into video for it's like 2020. It's like March, I guess right when COVID happened. I was like, what do you want for your birthday? I was like, well, just give me some cash, and I want to buy this course so I can teach myself how to learn video. And I was like, yeah, I'm just going to learn how to do it. And so just through practice and everything, obviously, the first things you create always suck, but it's just keeping the practice going. But that's kind of how I got into video.
Dude, that's awesome. I mean, it's only been
4 years.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I'd probably say more like 3. The first year I didn't really like take advantage of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So kind of getting a little bit of
what was one of your first projects?
So there's this artist, this cowboy artist here in Oklahoma, goes by Steve Bolin. He's been on PBS. He's has his own show. Actually, now has his own documentary that I was on. But I got invited to go take photos, and
Nice.
While they were filming, and I didn't know film practices or whatnot. And looking back on it, like as I get into the story, but anyways, as I was taking photos, I saw like a scene. They were branding calves, and I was like, hey, I have an idea. Could I film that? And they're like, yeah, sure, go ahead. And I film it. And afterwards, I was told I was given like a cease and desist letter for like that footage. And it's like, we're the owners of that footage, but I didn't sign like an NDA form or anything. Like they didn't. Then again, they didn't really expect me to film. And looking back on it, yeah, I shouldn't have filmed. But
was this on the documentary?
It did make the documentary. I did get a credit. But
wow.
yeah.
What was your credit?
I can't remember.
Assistant camera or something?
I watched it just to see if I had a credit on there. Yeah. So anyways, long story short, it really kind of ticked me off because I was like, man, I really wanted that shot for myself, but I'll go do it myself. And so I knew these ranchers out in Texas, and they were having branding, and I made a 15-minute documentary all about branding, cattle branding.
Wow.
It took me like 3 trips to make it. And the opening shot of that branding film was it was like the same concept that I filmed for that documentary. And I got to do it in like my own style. So I probably wouldn't recommend watching it because I didn't know how to color grade. So the color's just really bad.
I want to watch it.
It's not that bad, but the audio.
I bet it's fun.
Is it on YouTube or?
Yeah, it's on YouTube. Yeah. But that was my first project. I actually made it out of spite. And that's what ticked like the video bug for me.
Oh, that's kind of cool. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
Okay. I like that.
Just making stuff out of anger. It's always the best.
That's crazy that they
medicine.
sent you actual cease and desist.
Yeah. It was
Did
really
you sign a contract to be the photographer?
No, I didn't sign anything.
Yeah.
But they were like,
That
footage belongs to us. I'm like, no, it doesn't. I took that.
Yeah. That cease and desist is nothing.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah.
There's no way they can enforce that.
Yeah.
And your wife is an attorney, right? Did you have her look at that or like?
It was before she became an attorney.
Okay.
Yeah. She was in law school.
Okay.
But
did she have thoughts on it though, at least, right?
I don't think she was like into law enough to have any thoughts on it, but I don't think it sounded right.
I'm curious. What is your most favorite Western film?
No Country for Old Men.
Yes.
I think it's like it's like it ticks every single box for me in terms of like creative. I hate. I don't want to say I hate. I'm cool with like action movies and happy-go-lucky movies, but like movies that just don't have a good ending, like dude, I'm a sucker for them. You know, like
Like,
so,
do you like Hostiles?
I love Hostiles. I love Revenant. I love Sicario. Sicario is kind of a spin on has like a Western feel to it in a way. It's like movies that just don't end well. You know, it actually makes you feel something. You know, and you think about it after, and you're like, man, like, you know, why did they choose to do that? You know, it just gets you thinking more versus like a movie you get out of and you're happy and then you just don't think about it again.
Yeah, if there's no stakes in an actual movie, right?
Yeah.
I think that's why people hate. I think that's why superhero movies are dying. It's like we can bring them all back now through the multiverse or something.
You know the wild berry Pop-Tart, like the purple and the blue swirl? It was reversed. It was green with the purple swirl. But nobody remembers that. But I do.
You're from another timeline.
I don't know if I like. Did I find like
maybe it was like a Shrek theme?
No, it wasn't,
no, you're
dude.
not from this world.
No, it was
you're
just
from
reversed.
a different timeline.
It was like
There's two different kinds,
yeah. It was like because there was like it was purple with a green swirl,
right?
and then one day I found the green with the purple swirl. I've never seen it since then. Since that day.
Have you tried to look it up?
Yeah, I have. There's nothing on the internet about it. Like, did I actually experience that?
Maybe you dreamed it.
I don't know, dude. I remember vividly, like, I know, like, it was in a Walmart and I saw it. I don't know, dude. It was like this anomaly. It was like this gap in time to where like that product existed, and like, and I was there.
You know, they do have test markets. You know, they did spicy chicken strips at some Chick-fil-A's for a while.
No way, dude.
Yeah, they did in Arizona.
Man, that's really
There's a test market.
I don't know if they had test markets back then.
Oh, surely.
Back in the 90s?
Oh, they had to, right?
Yeah,
I think so.
Oh, that's the marketing was big.
We're the experiment, man.
You're right. I think this is it.
Experiment.
Yeah, we're just an experiment.
You probably did see it. I don't doubt that.
Yeah.
This has been the widest array of conversation we've had probably in a while.
My wife wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
I try to I get really exhausted socially if we stay on like one topic for a long time.
That's ADHD, dude.
Yeah. I get distracted.
When I'm like cleaning,
Yeah.
like I'll start, let's say, clean this room, and then I'll find something, and it'll take me to the kitchen, and then I start cleaning the kitchen, completely forget about this room, and then I'll come back to this room.
Dude, I had that the other day. I was cooking like a bunch of things, and I kept getting so scatterbrained. And then I was like, I'm just gonna focus. I had to say out loud to myself, I was like, Eric, you're gonna start this one thing, do this right now, and then like I got my tasks done faster.
Yeah. That's good. When it comes to like video or content creation, I'm like halfway through a video, or I'm like, oh wait, I gotta edit that photo. Oh wait, I gotta do that social post. Oh wait, and then I'm like, oh man, I have like 1,000 tabs open and like nothing done.
You know that Jordan the Stallion guy that like gives away like all the fast food secrets? Like a black guy, and he's like, come here. And
yes.
You know that guy?
Yes.
He's the one that introduced me to
I don't know if he's telling the truth all the time though.
That's why I look at the comments.
I have distrust with that kind of stuff because remember Uber facts or whatever?
Yeah.
They were lying most of the time.
Yeah.
Their
I don't
facts
think
were
this
not
guy's
always true.
lying. And I don't think he claims to like know the secrets. Like he does his research, and also people reach out to him for like the secret. Like, oh, hey, this is what it is. The guy is so trustworthy to me.
He seems like a nice guy.
That's what I'm saying. Like
I trust him.
Like why would you lie
also
about this
distrust him.
one little thing?
I have no
You know,
idea
he was
who
a
you're
baseball
talking
player.
The Jordan
So I went
guy?
to his YouTube and like I like going to people's YouTube and just scrolling back as far as I can. He actually has like a little. I think he made the documentary maybe about his baseball career or something.
That same guy?
Yeah, like
I didn't even know
collegiate or high school or something. But he was a baseball player.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's an interesting guy.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, I feel like if you got him on a podcast, he just
Is he from Oklahoma City?
no.
No,
he's not.
no.
I don't know
Who
where
knows?
he's from.
Oh, okay.
I have no idea.
Yeah, he's good. He's a good content creator though.
Oh, he is. He has his thing. He's like, come here, zooms in.
Yeah, it's always like in like that's like his brand.
Yeah, it is.
You know, I think that's cool.
Yeah, he's got his thing.
There's some like content creators where it's like I genuinely like appreciate them and I feel like they're good people.
Dude, okay, speaking of that, I want to show you. I want to get your reaction on a video.
Okay.
Day 99, eating raw chicken every day until I get a tummy ache. My tapeworm is now 72 feet long and happier than it's ever been.
He's lost his
No,
mind.
dude. He's barely chewing. That's how bad it is. Oh, dude, come on. What?
Dude, it's bad, right?
What's funny is his outfit matches everything around him. He's
He
matching
puts
with
okay. So what's
Are
crazy is
those
he
raw
puts
eggs?
his
Yeah.
eggs. Mm.
I can't watch that. I'm done. No, I'm done.
Okay,
I'm done
so
with that, dude.
This is
You
this is
know.
the raw chicken experiment. He eats raw chicken every day till he's gonna do it every day till he gets a tummy ache. He's on day 36. And the amount of effort he puts into this, he puts on like a nice outfit, sets a table somewhere. Like he's putting in a lot of effort to make this.
Listen,
This is the brand of content creation that
Listen.
I can't get behind.
listen. Fire was discovered so long ago, and so was cooked meat. There's a reason that thing exists. Eating raw food does not equal, like, everybody's like, oh, well, our ancestors did it. No, they didn't.
No, I would not ever eat
No,
raw
they
chicken.
didn't.
It's the crazy thing is though is
You know why we don't eat balls, Nate? It's because there's so many better cuts of meat.
I'm not gonna lie though, I do like what are they called? Rocky Mountain oysters.
Oh, I love me some Rocky Mountain oysters.
Those are good.
They're
so
so
we
good.
eat balls,
Yeah.
but not raw balls. I don't eat raw balls.
I mean, dude, there's just like,
and I only eat bull testicles. You ever had those?
No, probably not.
why? It's so good.
Dude,
there's
I've
a-
never had anyone offer me them.
Dude, they're like, do you like chicken fried steak?
I do.
It's like little mini chicken fried steak
Is it
bites.
blue oysters? Is that what you're talking about? Blue
They're
Mountain-
not oysters.
Is bull balls, bull testicles.
Yeah. Okay. So I have had
Yeah.
them. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
Rocky
yeah.
Mountain. They call them Rocky Mountain
Yeah, I've had
oysters.
them.
Yeah,
There's a
they're-
place
yeah,
called,
they're like-
what's the name? Bad Brad's.
Yeah, they're
They
like
have 'em
li-
there?
They
Yeah,
have 'em
dude.
there. At
They're
Bad
like
Brad's.
little bite-sized chicken fried steaks.
So good.
They're so good.
So good.
They're delicious.
Yeah, but that guy, I mean,
Push
he
you
puts a
full of
lot of effort
testosterone.
into his
I hate that.
post.
I hate that.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm not for it. I don't follow it. I
Yeah.
just came across it.
The internet is just full of monsters.
Yeah, but he hasn't got a tummy ache yet.
I just
so-
feel like walking in the woods is better than watching that.
anything's better than that.
Maybe that's what we need to promote.
Let's just
Like
take
just
a walk in the
walking in the
woods.
woods.
Leave your phone in the car.
I don't know, dude. Okay. What's your screen time?
It's like 10 hours. It's bad.
Mine's pretty bad too. Mine's
bad.
probably around 8 to 9.
Here, I'll check my
For
screen.
sure.
I'll check my screen time right now, and I'll tell you what my screen time's at. I was down to like 7 hours last week.
I
But
think
it's-
I'm pretty much chronically online. I'm not proud of it, but it is what
Well,
it
but
is.
dude, I work from home all the time, so there's just I don't know what else to do.
Oh, dude, I can't even wash the dishes without watching
8
YouTube.
hours, 55 minutes.
What mine is.
Mm.
Oh, mine's actually down 7 hours. Mine down's 14% to 7 hours, 16 minutes.
I spent 3.5 hours on social media today.
On today? Really?
Yeah.
What have I done today? I don't see that.
We're just constantly trying to find a way to
I don't have my phone.
keep our brains
yeah.
Where's my phone at?
that
Where's your phone?
just that sweet dopamine.
Oh man. Well, that's okay. That's the thing about all of us being in the ADHD realm. It's that those dopamine spikes are. So I actually watched a video on it. There's some science behind it.
Yeah.
Our brains react to dopamine differently. They do like it's. I'm not getting the whole like neurodivergent stuff. I think that stuff is like overused, oversaid.
Yeah.
But it's true. Like for instance, like this is why a lot of people with ADHD go into credit card debt is because they get hyper obsessed about something that they're really interested in. Like for instance, say someone's like super interested in like watches or whatever, right? Their brain will not stop thinking about it until they acquire it and get it. and then they move on to the next thing,
Dude,
right?
that's wild.
Yeah, dude.
That makes so much sense.
Yeah. Like, so like if you're like hyper obsessed about like a piece of camera gear or a piece of camera tech or something, your brain literally will not like turn off or stop till like you get it or acquire it or kind of have that satisfactory dopamine hit. You know, it's pretty crazy. It's true though.
That's nuts.
And then
Wow.
like the like neural pathways for like dopamine and stuff are different for people with ADHD and stuff.
Yeah.
Like they've done like some like pretty like concrete science on it.
I'd like to break the habit of like watching stuff while I'm in the kitchen and just like letting that kind of be
My bad.
like my quiet time. Because dude, I always like, even if I'm doing the dishes, I got to find a YouTube video to watch. Just to
I
keep
know,
my-
me
keep my
too.
brain. You know, it's just like, it's so bad.
I feel like an
It's so
iPad
bad.
kid sometimes.
I do, man. It's
I want an iPad though.
Yeah.
I really been wanting an iPad lately.
Oh, same here. I think we all do.
You can justify any purchase though. I think I was like, I want an iPad because, you know, when I go meet clients, I can show them like videos and stuff easier.
Yeah, dude, just write it off on your taxes.
You can. It would be a legitimate tax write off.
Yeah.
You need to go grab your phone? Or are you just sitting up?
No, I need to go.
Oh, you got to go? Oh, yeah. Adam's got to go. We can keep
Oh, shoot.
we can
Yeah,
continue
keep
on,
going.
though.
I mean, if we need to cut it,
Just-
I don't know how many
Yeah,
people are,
keep going.
well, I don't know how many people will like listen to how long of a podcast this is.
Well, there's a couple more questions I want to ask you anyways.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, okay. What were we talking about? We were talking about ADHD, neural pathways, stuff like that.
Yeah. This podcast has just gone.
Dude, this is the wildest
over the
podcast.
place.
Well, you get 3 people with ADHD in a room.
I mean, it's the
crazy.
name of the podcast though, right?
Yeah, it is the podcast about nothing in particular. In particular is 2 words, not 1 word.
Is that really one word?
Yep. No, it's 2 words. It's 2 words. In particular. In particular is not 1 word.
Oh, that's what you're trying to get across.
Yes. It's not
Gotcha.
1 word. I wish it was 1 word, but it's not.
Okay. Gotcha. Yeah.
Okay, I wanted to ask you about
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you about your soup of the day
Yeah.
or the soup of the
Yeah.
week, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. One, I want to ask you how it started. I want to ask you how you're filming it because it looks like Pro Mist almost. Like you got like a Pro Mist filter on like a nice camera or something. It looks good.
No, I don't even film it. We just got 2 overhead lights on our kitchen island,
Yeah.
and I take a picture. I just try to keep it simple.
Oh, it's not even video?
No, it's
Oh,
not.
that's right.
It should be for the sake of content.
I
but
felt like it was.
I
Are
just
you
don't
doing like a
feel-
digital zoom on it sometimes?
No.
I don't know why I thought it was video for some reason.
No, so it started. I love to cook. I'm
Yeah.
not like a cook in the sense of like I'm a former chef that just cooks at home now. I just cook just to cook.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? Like, I'm excited for fall in the cold weather, and I'm excited for soup. And I was like, man, I've never made soup before, like from scratch. So I was like, what if I started making soup, like, and I'll just do it once a week, you know, get a different one, try different soups, you know. And so that just like started that, you know, it's like just finding an idea and just trying it.
Yeah.
You know,
I look forward to your soup of the week.
dude, it's good.
Some of them have looked really,
I was a little
They
late
all
to-
look really good, but like some of them look real.
I was a
creamy.
little late this week. Mainly, it was
Yeah,
just
it came like on a Monday or something.
it was like Tuesday,
Yeah, you usually do it Sunday night, right?
Sunday nights. Yeah, I try to aim for it, but this week, very surprising. Gazpacho was like my first 9. I'm not kidding.
Really?
I think it was different because it wasn't hot. It was almost. I really don't understand the difference between gazpacho and salsa.
I don't
It's
understand
very
either.
similar. I mean, it's literally the exact same ingredients. But anyways, that's up for debate. But it tasted so fresh. I think that was another thing too. And just I think I nailed the recipe like right on the head.
Right.
Had the right amount of acidity, flavor, and everything. It was just like it was perfect. And I would eat a whole bowl.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many weeks have you maybe making soup?
This was week 21. So I'm going
You're going
to
21 straight.
No, I'm going to 21. I've probably missed like 1 or 2 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah. But I've tried to make a different soup every single week from the first day of fall to the first day of spring.
Right on.
And then that's like I'm like, you know, I'm going to commit to it. And I mean, dude, so far it's been fun. I mean, I've learned the basics of how to make a good soup.
That's
so,
cool. Okay, so
yeah.
what are like the golden rules of soup making?
Depends on the type of soup. So let's just go with like a classic. I don't know. Like give me a soup recipe. Like,
I don't know.
what's your favorite? Let's go chicken noodle soup.
No, I hate chicken noodle soup.
Okay.
Something creamier.
Yeah. Okay. So like a creamy
Like
soup.
a thick soup.
The majority of like soups are gonna be like French inspired, Italian, like any base like that. So I think that's a very Western ideal for soup. Anyways, usually starts off you need onion, celery, and carrot. That's like the three things that you need to have in every soup. That's gonna be like your base, and you'll cook those down, and then you add in your stock. Kind of depending on like if you want to make a creamy soup, you'll add your cream in and everything later, but like soup is stock, onion, celery, carrot. Like that's like the base, very base minimum you need to have for like a good soup.
So do you make the stock yourself, or do you use some?
I made it a point to not make it. I know it's probably better. I know it's
probably
better.
a lot more. It's a lot more steps and work.
You're making another soup, and also like I wanted to use this challenge as for like anybody can make it. If they wanted the recipe, they can make it. Not everybody's going to take the effort to make a stock, right?
It's a lot of work.
Like, yeah, and so
that would keep me from making soup if I have to make my own.
That's
stock.
what I'm saying. So it's like that's why I've been using boxed stock and like making it that way.
Have you experimented with boxed stock about which one you like, or you just found one that works?
I just find one that works. I try to make it as I try to think about like the end user. Like is the recipe easy? Is it is it easy? Is it easy to follow?
For sure.
In terms and like, are the ingredients easy to acquire?
Yep.
Stuff like that.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So what do you like? Do you prefer so now is the creamy soup, is that more Western, or is the more watery soup?
Is Europe considered the West?
I mean, parts of it, I think. Yeah.
I think so. Yeah. So I'd say like the creamy chicken soups.
Do you like creamier soups or more?
I love a good creamy soup. I think that's been like my highest rated soups.
I like a creamy soup. I don't like a real watery soup. It feels like I'm not eating anything.
A brothy soup makes me feel good. Like it makes me feel healthy. It feels healthy.
Okay, I can see that.
And it's not as heavy, and especially in like weather like we're having lately, like I don't want a creamy soup, dude. I want a good brothy soup, something that's not going to be like comfort food.
So you just have like 3 or 4 more weeks left of soup then.
Yeah, just about.
So you're gonna step away from soup then when it gets warmer?
Yeah, probably.
What's your next venture?
I don't know. I was thinking like pasta salad would be cool.
Ooh.
Like 25 weeks of
Dude,
pasta salad.
I bet you're Italian.
I'm not.
I bet you are.
I'm not.
Have you done 23andMe?
I haven't.
I think you are. I have a knack for these things.
I don't know. Maybe I am. Who knows?
I'm a little Italian, actually.
I don't think I'm Italian because I don't have the nose for it.
Well, I mean, neither do I, but it's because you have your other things that bring in the.
But I don't have olive skin either.
Looks pretty olive to me in this lighting.
I mean, if you can see my thighs, they're pretty pasty. So
fair enough.
I don't have olive skin.
No, I bet you'd make dude. I bet you could be a bean pizza maker. Like if you had like one of those pizza ovens.
Yeah.
I bet you can make some good pasta too.
I want to learn to make do more dough. Make more dough.
Yeah.
Stuff,
Dude, I would love. I've been toying with the idea of making my own pizza dough and then getting my own pizza oven and just been like, that's what I do. Because I like usually, for me, I like work out really consistently. I've been eating out too much, but ideally in a perfect world, I'm only eating out once a week. And my go-to is pizza.
Pizza's so good.
Oh man, I'm really into saucy Sicilian these days. I'm really into the Neapolitan style.
What's your favorite pizza place in the metro?
Okay, so my favorite pizza place, and I don't go there often because it's just kind of out of the way and it's just like not where I go very often. But my favorite pizza place is oh man, it's my favorite. Don't even know the name of it. Pizzeria Gusto. I'm really into Neapolitan style right now.
Gotcha.
So probably that one's my favorite, and I actually really like saucy Sicilian. I love Hall's. I mean, Hall's is just really good.
Yeah.
And I really enjoy Hideaway Pizza.
I do too, man.
I think it's really, really solid.
That's the only place where I'm okay with getting extra toppings.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I think, and as I've gotten older, I like a more simple pizza. I don't like I don't like a meat lover. It's too heavy. It messes up the ratios, all that stuff.
Yeah.
And then honestly, dude, I'm not mad at Papa John's. They have a New York style, and it's pretty darn good.
You are such a good person. I think Papa John's is the best chain pizza place
100%.
there is. Hands
100%.
down.
At least major chain. There's probably some chains I don't know about.
Yeah, like
they're
in terms of like national chains, Papa
national
John's
chain,
is where it's at. The dough tastes better. Everything about it, like it just tastes so much better than Domino's.
Better ingredients, better pizza. It's Papa John's.
Right. It's Papa Shack's now.
Dude, the Shack pizza is pretty awesome.
I haven't had the Shack pizza yet.
They only do it like once a year, and it's pretty darn good.
I'm a pretty big stickler on toppings when it comes to pizza. Mm-hmm. I think if you order too many toppings, you like toppings, not pizza.
Bingo.
You know what
That's
I mean?
it.
Like
That's it.
Like you're just using pizza as the vehicle to carry your toppings.
Yeah. It's not.
You don't really.
What do you want? A meatloaf? What do you want? You want some kind of loaf?
Right. Like what? Do you want like a?
You want a skillet of food?
What? You want huevos rancheros on your pizza?
Yeah, exactly, dude. Man.
Come on.
Okay, what's your favorite pizza? Kind of pizza. And then I want to hear your favorite pizza places.
I think just like a New York style pizza.
Yeah.
It's obviously
like a pepperoni or like a single topping.
If I had to pick a topping, it'd be pepperoni. But dude, give me cheese.
Same.
Give me cheese all day long.
I do like cheese pizza actually.
Dude, just a good cheese. A good cheese pizza has nothing to hide.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're totally right about that.
Yeah.
I think some of the best. Oh man, I've never had a cheese pizza from Saucy or Pizzeria Gusto, but I really like Empire's cheese pizzas.
Have you been to Falcone's?
Man, I haven't.
Falcone's is top tier.
Really
top tier. But there's this place in Norman. It was called Sandro's. The best pizza I have ever had in my entire life.
Sandro's.
They caught on fire a few years ago.
Oh,
Haven't came back.
Oh no!
It was right across from Norman High School. It was the best pizza.
What style?
It was just like your typical like New York style pizza. It was run by a few Romanian dudes. Super cool place. Man, it was everything about it. The crisp was perfect. It was out of this world. Yeah, there's nothing. There's no pizza place like it. But Falcone's is a good like second.
I think a crucial part of the pizza experience is being able to eat the crust.
Yes.
If you don't have a crust that's good, you need to rework your whole. And that's my issue with Empire. People are gonna be like, Empire's not on the list. Empire is great pizza, but their crust is horrible. And I'm not afraid to say it. I'm not afraid of the people who will send death threats and come to try to burn down my establishments.
Yeah.
Empire's crust is no good.
Well, and dude, too, I hate people that don't eat crust. Like, dude, you just ate 3 slices of pizza. Like, what's like, dude, just eat the crust, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
and here's
what
the thing,
are you doing?
and that's the thing about Halls. The crust is phenomenal.
Insane.
Halls is top tier. Like Halls is top tier pizza.
Yes, it is.
I'm not gonna say it's the best or my favorite because it could have a little bit stronger undercarriage, right?
Yeah.
They could do it a little more crisp.
Yeah.
Sometimes it gets a little bit soggy. There's the mailman.
Nice.
Sometimes it gets a little bit soggy, but it's still top tier pizza, especially when you eat it in house. Delicious.
Where would you rank the pizza places? Like the Papa John's of the world. Like, what's your
like national?
Give me a ranking of the national pizza joints.
Oh, the national pizza joints. Okay. Papa John's.
Is number one.
Number one. Okay. So I'd hate to put qualifiers, but if you get a medium or a Domino's has to be a large because they don't have like the way they do mediums is strange.
Yeah.
Like it feels like you're mostly eating bread.
Yeah.
So medium Domino's terrible, but if you get a large Domino's, actually really pretty good. So I probably put Domino's second.
Yeah.
Pizza Hut's another major one, right?
Yeah.
Pizza Hut's probably third.
Yeah.
Is what it is. It's not great.
Yeah.
Some people love it.
It's got that nostalgia to it, though.
Yeah.
You know?
No one out pizzas the Hut, they say. But
you're right.
A lot of people do, actually.
Yeah. A lot of people.
Oh, what's another national chain?
Those
are the big
Caesars.
3.
You got Little
Caesars is quite frankly garbage.
I've heard Casey's Pizza is
Dude, I've
out
had
of
their
this
breakfast
world.
pizza. It's pretty good.
I've heard it's out of this world.
I wouldn't mind getting a Casey slice every now and then.
I might go grab one.
Costco, pretty darn good.
I heard Costco's good. Costco's
Pretty
messing
darn
with some
good.
stuff. Yeah.
I like their pizza. A lot of people don't like it.
Do you remember CC's?
Dude,
back in the
CC's
day?
is garbage, bro.
It is. It's so
But
garbage.
but you can eat a lot of it. That's actually one place
Yeah.
I'm not mad if you don't eat the crust
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
there's just so much of it.
But still, like, dude, just eat the crust, man. You're already eating pizza.
Yeah, just eat the
Just
crust.
eat the crust, bro.
Dude, go start a national ad campaign. Just eat the crust.
That's all it is.
Dude, that'd actually be really good marketing
That
for
would.
like a pizza place who's like either like they're remarketing their crust or like they like you know what I mean? Like they're trying to like outline like they're like Papa John's has pushed for like their like stuffed crust.
Yeah.
So Papa John's was like, just eat the crust.
Dude, you know, be good.
I miss simple marketing.
You know what?
Negative space. Oh man, it's like minimalist marketing. It's a lot of people don't do it anymore.
I feel like conservatives don't own pizza joints, but if they did, their tagline could be "In God We Crust."
Dang,
Dude,
son.
dude,
Should we go into the pizza
Dude,
business
that'd
together?
be dope.
Buy a
dude.
pizza oven. Did you remember that guy who had lowered pizzas down from his apartment during the
Yes,
pandemic?
yes,
and
bro.
Dave Portnoy did the taste test and he really liked it.
Yeah, dude. In God We Crust.
And
Let's
God
do
be
it.
crust.
Dude, that'd be nuts.
Would that be the pizza name though? Verbal trademark. This is Eric's.
No, that would just be like the mission statement.
Yeah, in God we crust.
Yeah.
And like have that kind of like
Yeah.
not over patriotic feel, but like
Yeah.
you know, not afraid to like have an American flag.
You'd found like some 9mm bullets in like your pizza every once in a while.
yeah,
You know?
no big deal.
Yeah.
This pizza tastes like gunpowder. I kind of like it.
Dude, right? Like, dude, you can make a gunpowder pizza, but like make it like black ink.
Oh, dude, remember that? Oh, what was that black-owned pizza joint?
Oh, it's
that was like,
Eastside. It's I think it's just called Eastside Pizza. I think JB
Is it still open?
Yeah.
I think it closed.
did it. I don't know.
I think. I don't know.
But dude, I still haven't been there. I've been.
Well,
wanting to
there's
go.
one in Britain or Broadway.
Yeah, there. It's on
District?
it's on the east
I
side.
think that place closed.
Yeah.
I ate it. It was fine. It was not super.
Was it
memorable.
Ven Pizza?
Oh, Vin
Ven's
Pizza.
one that
Yeah, Vin
closed.
Pizza.
Yeah,
Vin's
East-
closed.
Yeah,
Maybe
the
East Side didn't.
Eastside Pizza is
Still open then,
I've been
huh?
wanting to go. Yeah, sounds really cool.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like they got it's just charcoal and a pizza dough.
Essentially,
It looks cool though.
yeah,
I never had it. I'm all for like diversity of pizza.
yeah,
I'm all for like having like a lot of different pizza places that are good.
same.
I need to try Falcone's then.
Falcone's is solid. It's great.
I don't know why I haven't tried it. I drive by it all the time.
Super good. It's probably like my top pizza joint
Okay, yeah, give me your top pizza joints.
in OKC.
OKC.
Probably Falcone's, Hall's, Empire, and Hideaway.
Okay.
Yeah, thinking that order. Yeah.
So not super in the Neapolitan.
Falcone's, if you want like a good like New York slice, like Falcone's is the place to go.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to talk about a little bit about your role as a creative director, about how you've kind of, if you want to talk about it, how you've kind of newly found, and you don't have to go into the details of, all the minutia of the business and stuff.
Yeah.
But I just want you to talk about a little bit what it means to you to be a creative director.
I think we learn a lot about ourselves from other people. And so having people, just getting coffee with somebody, and just really just, we don't view ourselves how other people do. And so I met with one of my mentors and he mentioned, he's like, what kind of services do you offer as a freelancer? I was like, photo, video, and strategy. And he was like, okay, cool. So you briefly touched on photo and video, and we talked about strategy for 5 minutes. I was like, no, that's interesting. I didn't even notice that during this conversation. And he's like, photo and video, those usually go hand in hand, but like strategy, it's like that doesn't come with these two very often. And this is like the makeup of a creative director. I started thinking about it a bit more, and I was like, I think the things I've ventured in, the vision I've had for a lot of my work, and I think just having a general understanding of marketing as a whole, like anybody's a creative director. You're a creative director of this podcast. You're a creative director of Perry Media, right? Because you determine the creative behind it. And so I think it's not necessarily a title per se, but I think it's just, I think anybody can really be a creative director.
Yeah.
You know, but then again, there's people out there that, you know, they don't like strategy. They just want to go out and shoot and be told what to do, you know. But for me, I like knowing the ins and outs of things. Why are we shooting this particular product? How's it going to be used in assets? You know, how's it going to be used in your marketing game plan? You know, it's like, how are these pieces going to be used to like benefit your business? You know, like that's the stuff I want to learn about. That's the stuff I like nerding out about.
Yeah.
I've always been a fan of like brand in general and just brand story. And I think there's a lot of brands out there that don't do a good job of that. And I think it starts with content.
Yeah, 100%.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool, man. I think it's awesome how you have went from, you know, 2020 not doing any video, obviously being creative with photos, and
Yeah.
your portfolio is incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's just, it can be encouraging for a lot of people to be like, yeah, I love this, but I've never stepped into it. You should step into it if you want to.
Yeah.
If you love it, you should do it.
Yeah.
And I think that's really cool about your story, how, you know, you didn't have like someone like me. I had a camera in my hand since I was like 10 years old. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been doing it for, I know, a long time, and at varying levels of professionalism and varying levels of quality. Made
Yeah.
plenty of stuff that frankly sucks.
Yeah.
Even in like as an adult, it's like, that just didn't land very well. But I think it's cool, man, that you've kind of stepped into this new role and identity, and it's nothing's different about you. You're just like, hey, I want to do it. I'm going to do it. So I found that's super encouraging for me, even like, yeah, like I can reinvent myself. I can do something different. I think that's the great thing about, you know, the world we live in is like, yeah, if you want to go do something, just go do it.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Well, Matthew McConaughey in his book Green Lights, he had a passage in there. He was talking about a former Texas football player, and you know, he was I think he was like at a party or something, and he got out of the bathroom after just doing like some blow, and at that party he saw his old coach. And he's like broke down. He's like, Coach, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I feel so lost, you know, like blah, blah, blah. Like, I can't believe I'm at this point in my life. And the coach was like, I've never had a problem turning a page in my book. You know, like everybody has the power to like your next chapter, your next page is like empty. Like, how are you going to write that next page? You know, and it's like finding like, we're the authors of our lives, you know? And so I've always, especially lately, I've really just taken a hold of like, if I want to do something, like, yeah, like, okay, I'll start doing it. If nobody's going to give me an opportunity to do it, take the initiative to do it. I also think that's just, you know, out of spite.
A bit of rebellion is like good. It's like, it keeps you like, I mean, without rebellion, we wouldn't even have United States. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
Like there are good aspects to being rebellious.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that's how new art forms get made. That's how new styles of basketball get made, you know?
Yeah.
You know, it used to be like, this is how you play basketball. This is how you shoot. Someone's like, no, I'm gonna do it my way.
I think it's always like about breaking the rules, you know?
Yeah.
I think I was actually applying for a job not too long ago, and I had you answer those like stupid questionnaires like, well, would you do this or blah, blah, blah. You know, it's like those assessment tests. It's like, would you bend the rules even if it meant like blah, blah, blah? I was like, yeah, I would. Like if it helps me get the job done better and faster, like, yeah, I'll always do it. You know?
Right.
I'm also just lazy because I just don't really want to follow any rules.
Yeah, man. I mean, some rules are just get in the way of like productivity, honestly.
Plus, dude, who made those rules? Like, why? It's like, oh, you can't cross that line. Like, who says?
I have that same kind of personality and mindset. Dude, I was like never in trouble in college, but I was always like pushing boundaries for sure.
Yeah.
Like, and not like stuff like partying or anything wild like that, but like I was like just always like kind of, and I was always like pressing people like in questions. I'm like, people thought I was like arguing all the time, but I'm like, no, I'm just like, I'm trying to have like a honest conversation about things. I don't think you want to have that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And people see that as like, why are you so confrontational? I'm not confrontational. I'm just trying to have an honest conversation, or like a conversation like, why do we do it this way?
Yeah.
I don't think a lot of people like that. A lot of people like to stay in that confinements of, you know, their reality or the world they live in.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Which
think I don't know. I think you get to the point in a lot of things to like we're not challenged enough by other people.
Yeah.
And like that can create like, you know, contentment.
Yeah. I like someone like if I'm like making something or filming something, they're like, why'd you do it that way? Or like, you know what I mean? They're not trying to be harmful. They're just like trying to be inquisitive.
Yeah.
Which I like.
I like, cause like you helped me with that project the other day, and I wanted to like, I love just giving people like a platform to like do something like, hey, if you think this like works better, like by all means, like tell me. I'd rather it turn out better because of your input than because of me, you know? And I think it's, I think it's always just challenging yourself, and I forgot where this is going, but yeah.
Are you talking about like when we like move the bike or something?
Yeah, moving the bike, or you know, some sort of like lighting setup, you know, trying to like, you know, and you know lights better than I do. I'd rather trust your input, you know.
For sure.
Like we took the bike off the wall. I was like, man, I wouldn't have thought of that. You know?
Yeah.
So it's just it's little things like that. It's like I'd rather trust somebody who knows more. And I'm not afraid to say I don't know something.
Yeah. Same
You know?
here.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. No, I think that's gonna be a really cool project. Do you know when you're gonna release it?
Probably March.
March. Okay.
Yeah.
So it'll be out. It should be out by the time this podcast comes out, because this podcast is gonna come out like the beginning of April, like April 2nd or 3rd.
Yeah. Yeah. Then
Okay,
it'll probably
cool.
be out by then.
All right. So yeah, we'll put that video into
Cool.
into the link here, and you know, share it on social media and stuff.
Cool.
We don't have a big following, but maybe one day. This is our passion project. This is like me and Adam's passion project.
It's a way to meet people.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
want to have conversations with people who we think are interesting or cool, or who can teach us something or teach
Yeah.
the world something, or
Yeah.
you know. So we're excited for some of that coming up, but sadly, Adam had to head out to work. Dude, thank you for coming on the podcast.
Oh,
man.
no, thank you, dude.
We-
This newfound friendship of ours. Yeah, it's really awesome. Appreciate you letting me be a part of it.
Yeah, man, I appreciate you. I've already learned a ton from you, and I mean,
Shoot, same here. I just know to look for depth when you're lighting something.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
and someone may listen to that and be like, "What the hell is he talking about?"
And I'll be like, wow, like dude, he's so deep. It's like, nah, listen, man.
Nah, man, listen, bro.
Yeah.
Nah, man, it's cool. I enjoy your friendship, and I think we're gonna, you know,
Yeah.
we're gonna go eat together and have not now, but sometime.
Yeah. Maybe next time.
You know what I'm
It's
saying?
been a long podcast.
Yeah. No, it's been good, man. I really appreciate you having you on, and
Thank you. Appreciate
coming
it.
on, and that's the end of this show.